Awesome release today. So this is a little bit longer, so let me give you a little upfront here. So this is all around missed call text back and call tracking and some of those things. But here's the root idea. So if you are a small business, and I can speak for at least in the United States of America today, the likelihood you miss calls is huge, right? So as an agency, if we're serving small businesses, helping solve for missed calls is a big deal. You can create a lot of value here very quickly. And so all of these changes, if you're listening to this, I'm trying to help you get to a place where you're consistently helping people with their missed calls. But it also has some really cool other features like the ability to accurately track whether a call was missed from a reporting perspective. I'm just kind of making things easier to get going, and a little caller ID enhancement. So anyhow, let's dive in and let me show you a couple of changes so you can be aware of them. So first up, inside a location, we're going to roll over to settings, and let's go down in the company settings. If we scroll down, there is now this box here called missed call text back. Now, you currently can do and still can do missed call text back within the workflow builder. But to try to make this super easy on everybody, we put it in the company settings to make it simple. Now, in order to get this feature out and not to cause disruption, this feature is not enabled for any existing locations. But because I think it's important, new locations added will have this enabled automatically. So just quick note on that. So now, of course, it's fairly easy, obviously, to enable or disable. As you can see here, it says, hi, this is company name or location name. I saw that we just missed your call. How can I help is the default. You can obviously change that. We've got all the merge fields and everything here, so you can choose from those. And of course, you can send yourself a test. So really simple. The idea here was just to make missed call text back as automatic as possible for everybody. But just so you know, it's there. So that's change one. Change two, let's roll over to the phone number section. This is where things get kind of interesting. So we've got a bunch of changes here. So one, we have the new enable call connect feature. What is the call connect feature? All right, so someone is calling into, let's just say, the med spa. So someone's calling into the med spa on the Twilio number, and one of two things is going to happen. Either when it forwards out to the med spa's number, they either pick up or they don't, right? And as humans, that's really kind of easy for us to understand. But really what's happening is either a human's picking up or a machine is picking up. Could be a voicemail, could be a greeting, could be an IVR, could be lots of things, right? But we really want to know, did a person pick up, yes or no? And so what the call connect feature does is it plays a message to the person who answers the phone, and it says, hi, you have a new lead named Bob Smith. Press any key to connect. And when they hit the key, they'll hear a little sound like boop, and then the call's connected, and then they can talk to the customer. So the benefit here, right, is that we absolutely positively know someone is calling in and a human is picking up on your customer side. So now again, back to the whole disruption thing. Didn't want to cause disruption here. Not on for any existing accounts, but will be enabled by default for new phone numbers and locations in the future. So just a heads up there. I really like this feature. I think it's incredibly useful. If you've ever found that your call tracking is inaccurate because you're hitting voicemail boxes and those sorts of things, this solves for that. This is kind of the right way to do this. So I think all of you should start to update your SOPs and start to talk to your clients about having this feature enabled. So anyhow, just heads up, that's out there. And then another thing that we launched today, and I think this would be really useful to many people, so don't tune out quite yet, pass the caller ID or the called number as the caller ID. So what does this mean? So today, again, let's go back to that med spa scenario. I'm calling into the med spa. We're forwarding out to them through the Twilio number. And what does the med spa see on the caller ID? They see my number. They see my cell phone number or the number I'm calling from. And the reason we did this originally was, well, look, let's say you missed the call. You're going to call them back, right? You need to know what the number is. But the counterpoint to that is, but a lot of people want to know that this is actually coming from us, right? Or it is a business call or what have you. And so now what we'll do is if you check this box, pass called number as caller ID, it will actually pass the Twilio number every single time. And the benefit there is they can do things like save that into their contacts list so they know that it's actually the forwarding number, they know it's a business call, they know it's a marketing call, all of those sorts of things. It just makes it a lot easier in some of those scenarios. So anyways, that is also live today. So all kinds of really awesome changes here. Again, super excited about it. The pass called number as caller ID, that should not actually self-enable because I think that can go either way. There's not really a good or a perfect answer there on new locations, but none of these options should be available or should be enabled, by default for any of your existing locations. But again, the enable call connect feature and the missed call text back should be for new locations going forward. So as always, if you have any questions, please let us know. I am ecstatic about this feature though, because I think that what we will see is really simple. Many of your customers miss calls every single day, all of them. And the worst part is they don't even know it because they don't have visibility to it. So not only are we now bringing visibility to this problem, we're actually offering a solution, which is we're trying to automatically text people back, which is going to allow them to then be able to go out and get a second bite of that apple and keep that person from calling the next person down the line, which is precisely what they're going to do. And even in scenarios where, let's say, they're the only provider on the planet who does that one thing or provides that product, ultimately they're still in competition with my time and my day. So it keeps them from moving on to something else that's going to distract them from ultimately buying. So anyways, really excited about this. Hope all of you are too. And if you have any questions, as always, let us know. Thanks.